Thank you. Susan Von Lindenberg.
My first question is it legal for this person over here to videotape me without my permission?
Yes.
All these people have been videotaped. Is that legal without my permission?
Yes.
Because I prefer not to be videotaped.
I didn't realize that either. I really would not like that.
Well, I'm sorry, folks. Ma'am, please. You know, this is a public forum. What you're saying is being recorded. I can't. I
understand, but I don't know this person over here, and I don't know how that videotape would be used against me.
I don't either.
And I feel like I thought there was a law in Maryland that said you weren't allowed to videotape anybody without their permission. Maybe I'm wrong.
In a public forum, my understanding is that anybody can tape anybody
Well, I
else.
respectfully ask you, please do not videotape me. Thank you. Okay. My name is Susan Von Lindenberg. I'm here today as a mother of an adult son who suffers from gender identity disorder, a mental illness. My son never really showed any signs as a little boy. He was normal and healthy and very masculine. I don't know what happened, but my son came to me one day and said to me that he was sick and he needed help. He began seeking help through the internet and started talking to a specific group of people, telling him the way to healing was to pursue his happiness by taking the path of transitioning. My son has been deceived by others and continues to believe he has no other choice but to stay on this path. I cry and grieve for the son I once had as his appearance changes with every drop of hormone drug that goes into his body. He is pale and sickly looking. Where did anybody get the idea that our sexual identity or gender as a man or a woman was something that was in a category that could be changed? When did truth become someone's perception or opinion and not what is factual? How many of you who have sons and daughters would want someone to persuade them to have a sex change operation, which I call an identity abortion, and call it a cure for their mental illness? You will never have that person you gave birth to or raised again. They are gone. The truth is, you can try to change what is on the outside, but your DNA will never change, and that determines what gender you are, not your state of mind. I am angry because I am losing my son to a mental illness that's being called a choice and a lifestyle. I'm angry because in your hand you hold a bill that is using the charge of discrimination as a means to collaborate with a mental illness. If you vote in favor of this bill, you will be fighting against parents of families like me who so desperately want their loved ones on the road to wellness and wholeness, and undermining our argument that this is not normal. I'll tell you today, my son has an apartment. He has had the same job for the past 10 years, and his employer has fully embraced him as his alter self. If this employer felt differently, would this law allow his employer to help my son regain his real identity and embrace the gender that he was created to be without being subject to fines and labels of bigotry and possible lawsuits? Finally, I say to you that I love my son and I care for him enough to tell him the truth and stand up for what is right. I care for our future generations and messages this would send to them. Confusion or truth? Please be people that care what is best for the future of the children of the state of Maryland and prevent other parents from going through the pain that I, my husband, and my entire family have had to endure this past 10 years. I plead with you, vote no to Senate Bill 512. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Grace Harley.